How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious video clips that no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content, just like this. One eagle-eyed YouTuber, Avocado, has spotted something truly bizarre captured on live TV during a hockey match. During a game between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Detroit Red Wings back in 2011, something mysterious was caught on camera. In the brief clip, we see a group of players surrounding one of the hockey nets. Two players begin to confront each other. In response, a referee skates out and pulls one of them back. It's what happens next that has left viewers baffled. Take a look.
Face-off with 25 seconds left in the penalty. Kane was digging it for a rebound and Franza just ripped his mouth guard out of his mouth and threw it down.
As you can see, a referee seems to appear out of thin air between the two players, pushing them apart.
Ripped his mouth guard out of his mouth and threw it down.
Here it is again, slowed down. Most viewers are left completely baffled once they see the footage. Upon the first watch, it truly seems that the referee appears out of nowhere. The only logical explanation is that the referee skated to the scene very quickly in a crouched position, perfectly in line with one of the players, giving the impression he appeared out of thin air. That, or we're seeing a time-traveling referee that simply had to break up the fight, perhaps stopping some deadly chain of events that we'll never know about. So what do you think? Funny camera angle or magical hockey referee? Let us know what you think down below.
Kane was digging it for a rebound and Franza just ripped his mouth guard out of his mouth and threw it down.
One TikTok clip shared by user Corte Sospina 14 has left thousands of viewers shocked and confused as to what's going on. This strange sighting was captured in an unknown area of Colombia in June of 2021. The video begins by showing us a bunny hopping around on some grass at nighttime. The bunny starts to move away from the camera, which then pans up to capture a full view of the street. Watch what happens. As you can see, there seems to be a pair of creepy disembodied legs running down the street to the right with no torso or head attached. A small child enters the frame on the left, looking at the legs as they run away in wonder. The most obvious and comforting conclusion is that we're seeing a bit of clever CGI. However, hundreds of people in the comments section weren't so sure. Some claimed it was the work of Satan, others suggested spirits, goblins, or some kind of interdimensional rift. The uploader said they didn't notice the strange set of legs at the time of filming. It was only when they reviewed the footage later did they see the eerie sighting. I'll throw this one out to you, the audience. What do you think's going on here? Love to hear your theories down below. A strange figure's been spotted walking along a railway line just outside the Zimphos Country Club in Msasa, Zimbabwe. The incident happened around midnight on the 27th of February 2021. The eerie footage was uploaded to YouTube by Zim Viral TV. In the CCTV footage, we can see a railway outside at night time. Take a look at what the camera's caught. As you can see, there's an eerie figure holding some kind of light. Strangely, a streak of smaller lights trail off into the darkness. This bizarre clip spread quickly around the internet as viewers were increasingly puzzled by the sighting. Some viewers suggested it's a partially manifested spirit, and the lights trailing off the figure are actually orbs dissipating into the air. A more grounded theory suggested it could be a person with an old-fashioned flaming torch, with bits of flame falling away as the person walks along. But this suggestion comes with its own set of puzzling questions. Why would someone be walking along a train line with a flaming torch in the middle of the night? And why does it appear as though the person disappears into thin air at the end of the clip? So until this figure is spotted again or more information becomes available, this puzzling piece of footage will have to remain a mystery. On January 28, 2011, a bizarre incident began unfolding in the night sky over Jerusalem. Reports began flooding in that something strange had happened over the Dome of the Rock, one of the most sacred sites in the city. Witnesses claimed an object was hovering over the temple. Soon, pieces of footage began surfacing on the internet purporting to be evidence of this strange incident. In the first video, filmed by YouTuber Fight Zero Tyranny, we can see a man looking at the Dome of the Rock. In the skies, a singular bright light that seems to hover in the air. Watch what happens. As you can see, the light slowly descends downwards towards the structure and stops right before reaching it, hovering. It stays there for a little while until suddenly there's an extremely bright flash of light, and the UFO shoots straight up into the air and disappears.
Whoa!
YouTuber 50 and Fit provided the second video, filmed at a separate location across town. Here we can see the Dome of the Rock again. We can see the same light descend towards the structure and hover before hurtling back into the sky as the crowd gasps in surprise.
Oh, is that cool? Yeah,
The final video by Disclosure 3, taken at yet another angle, shows the exact same scenario once again. This time the camera pans up after the light enters the sky again, proving that the light truly disappears into the sky afterwards.
Yo!
The fact that several different people captured this strange occurrence is enough to turn many skeptics into believers. Moreover, many people are inclined to believe the incident as it happened at the Dome of the Rock, one of the most spiritual places in Jerusalem. It's said that the rock that the dome covers is the place where Earth was first created from God, among other important religious events. As such, some believe that the light could actually be an angel visiting the location as a sign of protection on Earth. Others thought it could be an unfriendly visitor from another world who went to examine the Dome of the Rock. As amazing as the footage is, there are some inconsistencies that have led many to believe the whole thing is an orchestrated stunt. Firstly, all of the witnesses have remained suspiciously anonymous. Even though there are multiple angles with many people allegedly watching the event unfold, not one person was ever interviewed by the media. Another curious detail is that in one of the videos a woman is heard saying how bright the object is, but there's very little lighting reflecting off the gold dome of the temple.
Is that UFO? Amazing. Holy shit. Oh, is that cool? You can almost hardly look at it.
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
Some experts believe there's even evidence to suggest that some video effects have been applied to the footage, further damning the incident. Despite this, many still hold the footage as proof that aliens exist, and again, many religious believers think it's an angel and take it as a sign from God. So take from this incident what you will. Is it aliens? Is it a religious event? Or is it all CGI trickery? Love to get your take in the comment section below. Sticking with aliens, there's nothing like a good UFO video to rile people up. Instagram user UFO.BRSC has done just that with the recent video that seems to portray a large gathering of strange flying objects. In the clip, we can immediately see what seems to be several clusters of bright blue lights hovering around in the night sky. Surrounding the clusters are other singular bright lights that also seem to be moving slowly in the sky. A common theory with other Instagram users is that this so-called UFO sighting was actually just a group of drones putting on a type of light show. After all, drones have risen in popularity in recent years. Some also thought it could be several flocks of birds flying over some kind of projection lighting. Others, however, are not so sure about these theories. In fact, more than one viewer has suggested that this event was actually the work of Project Bluebeam, or the belief in the second coming of a new world order. The Project Bluebeam theory was first floated by journalist Sergei Monast in the early 1990s. He published a paper in which he claimed that NASA and the United Nations were implementing a new world order, and that they would use projection technology to simulate the second coming of Christ. But according to Monast, this would actually herald the Antichrist. Since the paper was released, many followers of the theory say that UFO sightings are more than likely projections instigated by the government and Project Bluebeam. So it would seem there's quite a lot to unpack coming from just this one sighting. So where do you sit? Are you team drones, team birds, team aliens, or team projections heralding the Antichrist? Let me know which one you're voting for in the comment section below. Mother Nature produces an equal amount of beautiful and terrifying weather. While there are blue skies and rainbows, there's also storms and fire. One video taken in Mexico, provided by Ma Mushi on Item Fix, gives viewers a sight of the scarier side of nature. Or does it? The video shows us a view of a mountain. Right away, at the top of the mountain, we can see a vast flickering yellow-orange light that closely resembles fire. The light almost seems to turn on and off as it appears and disappears repeatedly. Directly above the mountaintop is a group of large grey clouds moving by in the wind. The clouds appear to light up in a dark orange colour above the mountain every single time the light on the mountain comes back on, almost as if they were connected to one another. Some claim this is some kind of unique weather phenomenon, perhaps related to lightning in the clouds. However, this theory doesn't seem to factor in the strange light that's clearly coming from the mountainside itself. Others thought it could be a malfunctioning electrical transformer on the mountain, and that the flashing was so intense that it reflected on the nearby cloud coverage. Typically though, transformer explosions tend to be a pale blue colour, and not this intense orange that we're seeing on screen. So, until more information comes to hand, this strange and bizarre sighting will have to remain a complete mystery. Before we take a look at some truly mysterious footage of a strange creature, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also remember to give that thumbs up button a bloody good clicking. Some things are just freaky looking no matter what they are. That was the case with the video submitted by Slaptam viewer Lynny. In the video, we're presented with a creepy looking figure that could be any number of things, from a cryptid to an alien, or maybe something else altogether. Give the video a view and judge for yourself. The video shows us a view of an outside setting, perhaps in a forest or woodland area. In the center of the frame, we can see the mysterious figure in question, sitting and looking in the direction of the camera. Whatever it is medium-sized and has long arms and legs and eerie black bug eyes. It makes a variety of ticking noises as it continues to shift its head around before the video ends. Suggestions of what this figure could be included either an alien or perhaps a cryptid, a creature of unknown origin that is yet to be classified by modern science. Many, however, thought it was obviously too good to be true and said it was nothing more than CGI. At times it does indeed look computer generated, but then at other times the torch lighting interacts with the creature in a very realistic way. Unfortunately, and probably not surprisingly, there's no info on where or when this video was taken. Although it was sent directly to us from a viewer, they were unsure as to its origin. So perhaps suspend your disbelief for just a moment and revel in a world where freaky giant insect alien creatures roam the earth. Ah, isn't it lovely? Now, if you can't get enough of our content, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that scary video on the top there. Otherwise, we have massive, scary, curated paranormal playlists right there that'll keep you entertained. Now, leave us a comment down below, smash that thumbs up button. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.